Guys, welcome to my channels. Now let us start with the graphical representation of polynomials. Okay, today's motivation quote is अगर आप सफल होना चाहते हो तो आपको अपने काम में एकाग्रता लानी होगी. Means you have to focus on your work. If you want to be successful, you have to focus on your work. Okay, work. Okay, this is graphical representation of polynomial. Okay, first I have to explain, first I'll show you what are the graph. This is the graph. It is represented as x axis, it is represented as y axis, it is x dash, and this is y dash. In this is the value 0. Here you will take positive values 1 2 3 4. These are positive values. Here we will take negative values -1 -2 -3 -4. This is the positive values 1 2 3 and 4. This you will take negative values -1 -2 -3 and -4. Here you will take negative values. This is the presentation of the graph. This is x-axis and this is y-axis. Here you will take positive values, here you will take negative values, and this is the representation of x y. Here you will take x values and here you will take y values. Okay, and this is 0 0. Okay, when it is the form of when this is in the form of x value 0, y value varies, y value changes, the graph will be like this. X value is 0 and y value is changing. Okay, this is the point 0 and y value is something. Okay, and when this is the value, when y value is 0, when y value is 0 and x value is different, and y value is 0, this is the value, this is the coordinate. This here you have y value is, x value is something and y value is 0. This line, this graph intersects here. When x value is 0, this graph intersects here. Okay, this is the brief explanation. Now let us continue with the problems. Now let us continue. Here we have to find, given y equals to p of x, and we have to find zeros of polynomial. We have to find zeros of polynomial. Given y equals to p of x, zeros of polynomial. Here we have to find zeros of polynomial. What is the zero of polynomial when p of x equals to 0? Means here what is the value? X is somewhere, x is should be 0 and y be any of the values. Okay, here y is varying, so here y is 0, y is zeros and vary, x is value varying, so here this line is not intersecting the x-axis, so it has no zeros of polynomial, because y varies, y is not intersecting, means this graph is not touching this x-axis. So how many zeros of polynomial? No zeros of polynomials, no zeros of polynomial here. Okay, in see this graph is this graph is touching x-axis once. Here x value is 0 and y values is any different, but x value is here 0. So this is the zeros of polynomial. Zero of polynomial through graph. I am representing here through graph. So 1 0 of polynomial. One time it is touching, no, so it is 1 zeros of polynomial. Here see 1 2 3, 3 times it is touching, 1 2 3, 3 times it is touching, so 3 zeros of polynomial. 3 zeros of polynomial, 3 times it is touching. Here 2 times it is touching, so it is 2 zeros of polynomial. It is 1 2 3 4, 4 times touching, 4 zeros of polynomial, means 4 times value of x is becoming 0, 4 times value of x is becoming 0, so it has 4 zeros of polynomial. And here see this graph, 1 2 3, 3 times it is touching, so 3 zeros of polynomial. zeros of polynomial. 3, see, 3 times it is touching, 1 2 3, 3 times the value of x is becoming 0 and y varies, but x value is becoming 0. Intersecting means it is touching, the graph is touching the x-axis, it is intersecting the x-axis. It can be said as intersecting the value. So 3 zeros of polynomial. This is the graphical representation of the zeros of polynomial. Okay, now let us continue with the next problem. Exercise 3.2, third question, fifth bit. I am explaining you. We have to put graphical representation of the values. So first take x, y and represent in the form of x comma y. Okay, take this x, let the value of x be 0. 0 means 0 minus 1. What is value becomes minus 1? So the value will be 0. If you take 0, it will be minus 1. Take the value of x as 1. What will the value becomes 1 minus 1? This value becomes 0. Then when you take 1, the value of y becomes 0. When you take 2 square, 4 minus 1, this value is becoming 3, means when you take 2 it is becoming 3. Now take minus 1. When you take minus 1 whole square minus 1, this becomes 1 minus 1 0. This is equals to minus 1 comma 0. When you take x value as minus 2 whole square 4 minus 1, this value becomes 3. When you take minus 2, its value is becoming 3. You have to take any of the values. I am taking 0, negative 2 values and positive 2 values. You can represent like this also. You can put 0 in the middle. 0 minus 1 means 0 minus 1, and take the negative side in this side. Minus 1 0, minus 2 you can take like this. Minus 2 3 means minus 2 comma 3. And here you can take positive values. 1 comma 0 means 1 comma 0. Negative value 2 as 2 comma 3 means 2 comma 3. Yeah, you can take like this also. And this is the value of x and this is the value of y. This is x comma y. How the y value comes means put y equals to x square minus 1, means take the value of 0, put x in the place of x, put the value of 0 and minus 1. Y value is becoming like this. Okay, y value is becoming like this. So this is the values, and let us draw the graph using these values. Okay, these are the values that we get, and this is the graph. Here what is the value of, when you put x equals minus 2 and y becomes 3, so x value is minus 2 and y value is 3, so it is here. You have to mark like this. You take this straight with this and take this straight with this. Sorry, my line is different. Take the straight line with this. Okay, minus 2 and 3. And when you take minus 1, x is minus 1, the value of y is 0, means here minus 1. What is the value of y? Y is 0. This value is becoming like this. Yeah, y value is becoming 0 here. X value is minus 1, y value is becoming 0 here. And when you take 0, the value of y becoming minus 1. So this is like this. And when you take x as 1, the value is of y is becoming 0. So this value is like this. And when you take 2, the y value is becoming 3. So the graphical representation is like this. It is becoming like this. And how many zeros are there here? 2 times it is intersecting to x-axis. So here 2 zeros are there. 2 zeros are there. Okay, 2 zeros are being, 2 zeros of the polynomials are there. Okay, here because the graph is intersecting 2 times. So this is the graph of y equals to x square minus 1. This is the graph of y equals to x square minus 1. Let us continue the other question. The other question is p of x equals to x square minus x minus 12. Now you have to divide with the table. You can draw the table. I am just representing you without drawing the table. Okay, the value of x, the value of x square, the value of x square minus x, then the value of y equals to x square minus x minus 12, and representing these values in the form of x comma y, representing all these values in the form of x comma y. Now take in the middle, you can take 0. What is the value of 0? 0 square means 0, and x square minus y square, 0 minus 0 is 0, and then what is the value here becomes 0 minus 0 minus 12. Then what will be the value here becomes minus 12, means when you take 0 the value is becoming minus 12. Okay, now here take minus 1. Minus 1 whole square becomes 1. 1 minus 1, this value is becoming 0. What is the value here? 0 minus 12. What is the value? It becomes minus 12. Means when you take minus 1, this also value is becoming minus 12. When you take minus 1, this value is also becoming minus 12. Okay, now again take 1. 1 square is 1. 1 square 1 minus 1, this value is also becoming 0. Means 1 minus 1, sorry, this also 0 minus 12. When you take, this is also minus 12. When you take 1 also, the value is becoming minus 12 here. Okay, now take other values. Now take 2. 2 means 2 square 4. X square minus x means 4 minus 2, this value is becoming 2. X square minus x means this value 2 minus 12. What the value is becoming? Minus 10. So when you take 2, the value is becoming minus 10. Okay, when you take 2, the value is becoming minus 10. Okay, let us continue. Sorry, here I have did the mistake. Minus 1 means 1 minus of minus 1, this value is becoming 2. Here 2 minus 12, this is becoming minus 10. So this value is becoming minus 10 here. Let us continue the more sum problem. Now take negative 2. Negative 2 means 4, and this value is 4. 4 minus of minus 2, this value is 4 plus 2, value becomes 6. 6 minus 12 means minus 6. When you take minus 2, this value is also becoming minus 6. Now take plus 3. 3 means 3 square 9 means 9 minus 3. If the value becomes 6, then 6 minus 12, this value is also becoming minus 6. When you take 3 also, this value is becoming minus 6. Again take 4. 4 square is 16, means 4 square, x square minus x means this value is becoming 16 minus 4, this value becomes 12, means 12 minus 12. What will be the value? Becomes 0. 0 means when you take 4, the value is becoming 0. Okay, now comes the next question. Now take the value minus 3. Minus 3, minus 3 square is 9. Minus 3 square 9, minus of minus 3, this value is becoming 9 plus 3, 12. 12 minus 12, this value is becoming 0. When you take minus 3, this value is becoming 0. Okay, now what are the values that we get? Minus 3 comma 0. When you take minus 2 comma minus 6, minus 1 comma minus 10, 0 comma minus 12, 1 comma minus 12, 2 comma minus 10, 3 comma minus 6, and when you take 4, the value becomes 0. Okay, when you take 4, the value becomes 0. Now construct a graph using these values. Okay, now this is the graph that we have drawn. Okay, we have to put the values. When you take minus 3, the value is becoming 0. When you take minus 3, the value is becoming 0. Tick here. When you take minus 2, x value minus 2, the value of y value is becoming minus 6. When you take y minus 2, the y value is becoming here minus 6. So take tick here. Okay, and when you take minus 1, the y value is becoming minus 10. When you take minus 1, the y value is becoming minus 10. So tick here. Okay, when you take 0, the y value is when you take 0, x value is 0, my y value is becoming minus 12. So when you take 0, the y value is becoming minus 12 here. Okay, when you take 1, the y, when you take x value is 1, the y value is becoming minus 2. When you take x value is 1, the y value is becoming, mark here, minus 12 again. Then when you take 2, the y value is becoming minus 10. When you take x value as 2, the y value is becoming minus 10. You have to mark here. Okay, I'll take this like this. Okay, 1 and minus 10. And when you take 3, the y value is becoming minus 6. When you take 3, the y value is becoming minus 6. Okay, when you take 4, the y value is becoming 0. Means when you take 4, the y value is becoming 0. Now construct the graph. Join all the points. So this is the graph that we have been constructed. This is the graph that we have been constructed. Okay, now continue the other question. Now this is the other question. X square minus 4x plus 5 means we have to take x value, then x square minus 4x, then x square minus 4x plus 5, y equals to x square minus 4x plus 5. Then put the values of x and y here. So what is the value of x? Take 0, start with the 0. 0 square 0, 0 minus 4 into 0, this also 0. When you take 0 plus 5, this value becomes 5. When you take 0, the value is becoming 5. Okay, now put 1 minus 1 square. 1 square is 1, and here 1 minus 4, this value is becoming minus 3, and minus 3 plus 5, this value is becoming 2. Means what is the value here becoming? 1 comma 2. When you take 2, what is the value is becoming? 2 square. 2 square is 4. 2 square is 4. Means 4 minus 4 into 2, 8. This value is becoming minus 4, and this value is becoming minus 4 plus 5 equals to 1. What is the value here becoming? 2 comma 1. When you take 2, the value is becoming 1. Now here construct minus 1. Minus 1 means minus 1 square, 1. 1 minus 4 into minus 1, this value is becoming 5. 5 plus 5, this value is becoming 10. Means when you take minus 1, the value is becoming 10. Again take minus 2. Again take minus 2. Again take minus 2. Minus 2 whole square is 4. 4 minus 4 into minus 2 becomes 4 plus 8 equals 12. 12 plus 5, this value is becoming 17. Yeah, the value is increasing, so when you take minus 2, the value is increasing to 17. Now take towards positive number. Now take the value 3. 3 square is 9. 9 minus 4 into 3 is 12. Means this value is become minus 3. Minus 3 plus 5, this value is also becoming 2. When you take 3, the value is becoming 2. Now take 4. 4 square 16. 16 minus 4 into 4. 16 minus 16, this value is becoming 0. 0 plus 5, what is the value is becoming? 5. Y value is becoming 5. So what is the value? When you take 4, the value y value is becoming 5 here. Okay, now take 5. Means 5 square is 25. 25 minus 4 into 5, 25 minus, this is value is 25 minus 20, this value is becoming 5. Now again 5 plus 5, this value is becoming 10. So when you take 5, the value is becoming 10. Okay, till this. Now draw the graph. What are the values we got? Minus 1 comma 10, 2 comma 17, minus 2 comma 17, minus 1 comma 10, 0 comma 5, 1 comma 2, 2 comma 1, 3 comma 2, 4 comma 5, and 5 comma 10. These are the values that we got. Now construct the graph. Yeah, I have taken like this graph like this. I am taking only the positive numbers are came, so because of the less place I am taking only the positive values, not the negative values. Okay, I have constructed the graph like this. If you have space, you can construct the more graph also. Okay, now when you take -2, the value is becoming 70. Mark value here. When you take -1, the value is becoming 10, so mark the value here. When you take 0, the value is becoming 5, mark the value like this. When you take 1 as x-axis, the value is becoming 2, mark here. When you take 2, the value is becoming 1 here. When you take 3, the value is becoming 2. When you take 4, the value is becoming 5, construct here. When you take 5, the value is becoming 10. So the graph is like this. When you construct the graph is becoming like this. Okay, this completes the problem. Now if you have any doubts regarding any of the questions, please comment me what are the questions, what are the doubts, so that I'll solve your questions. Now please like, share and subscribe. Okay, thank you and have a nice day. Thank you so much.